going on, people? It's your boy, Patrick Michael Strange. This is the New Release Wednesday show, giving you the NEW on the NRW. I've got not quite accurate cosplay in the house. Bizarre Giano.
Why are you always so loud?
Because, man.
What?
See? I could be him. We also got Wordbox, who's now deaf due to Adam Martin. We're here.
Yeah!
Visions, comics, cards, and games. Lil Adam, Lil John, Lil...
Well, thank you, good sir.
There you go. We're hyped, and we're ready to rock and roll, and we're ready to get this episode out to you people. So let's go. What's coming out on Blu-ray DVD this week? I know you're all about this, Adam Martin. You're all about that BDSM. 50 Shades Freed.
That's not BDSM, that's fucking rape.
It's non-consensual.
The third installment of the 50 Shades
50 Shades of I don't give a flying fuck.
Yeah, Christian.
Actually, there could be more shades of I don't give a fuck.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Anastasia Steele, Dakota Johnson, Christian Grey, played by Jamie Dornan, are eager to begin their lives as husband and wife, and you know what? Who gives a fuck?
Yeah,
Keep your kinky shit in your bedroom where it belongs.
They're a lot better than the films.
Well, no, the books are just as bad.
And from what I've heard from proper BDSM people, apparently all this book does is actually encourage very poor etiquette in the BDSM. Like apparently you should never use zip ties in the bedroom, but this book is all about it.
As somebody who can wield a 10-foot whip with the best of them, I confirm with all of this that this is the absolute wrong way to do any of the kinky shit. This is practically rape. Do not condone. Do not do. No.
50 Shades Freed is out on DVD, Blu-ray if you want to check that out.
And no is not a good safe word.
What I think I really want to check out, Paradox. Don't know if y'all know about this. It's a 2017 Hong Kong Chinese action film directed by Wilson Yip with action directed by Sammo Hung. Those are big names if you're into these kind of films.
No clue.
Written by Jill Leung and Nick Chuk. The film stars Louis Koo as a police negotiator who travels to Bangkok to search for his teenage daughter and is aided by local detectives played by Tony Jaa and Wu Yu. Along the way, he encounters the mastermind of an organ trafficking gang played by Chris Collins, who colludes with a local politician played by Gordon Lamb, leading to a series of hot pursuit. It looks like a really cool action kung fu flick with Tony Jaa and just some of the names in there. Some of the people involved did a lot of the cool kung fu action films that we enjoy.
I know a lot
Paradox.
of people love Tony Jaa. I get that. I know he is amazing.
On
Do
Bach.
not get me wrong. He is completely amazing. But if you're going to give me a good like kung fu beat 'em up Hong Kong style movie, just give me anything with Stephen Chow and I'm good. At least then I'll be laughing.
But hey, at least this isn't one of those like hyper fantasied over the top. This is, you know, gritted, rooted down to earth over the top.
Yeah.
Some good stuff there.
Just a little bit of ragdoll damage.
Just a little over the top.
Check it out. Better than 50 Shades Freed, okay?
I mean,
Come on,
Yeah.
stop.
I mean, I don't know if we can get a Kung Fu 50 Shades free.
hey,
Hey, you know what?
I
50
can't.
Shades. Whoa!
Also out on Blu-ray DVD, this was nominated for a bunch of awards. Phantom Thread, in this period piece set in 1950s London, a meticulous tailor for the rich and famous, played by Daniel Day-Lewis, suddenly finds himself in love with a working-class woman, Vicky Creeps. Was nominated for a bunch of awards. Looks really cool. It's very artistic. Daniel Day-Lewis is one of my favorite actors. He can do no wrong.
I've heard it's a phenomenal movie. I heard it was great. It's not for me.
No,
Yeah.
same here.
May not be for everybody, but check it out. Anime. I think this is also on the hentai tip.
Ooh.
God.
Is it wrong to expect a hot spring in a dungeon? Is the name of the film.
That is not a hentai, Patrick.
But
It
listen,
sounds a bit like it, but
you should
no.
see the cover to it too.
Hey, I know about the Is It Wrong series.
It's
We
very
carry it here at
suggestive.
Painted Visions Comics, Cards, and Games at 3065 Belefski Boulevard, Woodbridge, Virginia.
So let me tell you about this. Our band of bold adventurers has just blown through the 18th level of the world's most fearsome dungeon.
And that's what you need after 18 levels of dungeon crawling. A hot spring.
So what do they do for an encore? Since the city of Orario doesn't have a theme park, the next choice for Belle, Hestia, and Lily and the gang would seem to be a trip to the hot springs. Woo! And conveniently enough, a battle with some hellhounds has led them to an undiscovered underground oasis. However, there's something fishy about these springs, beyond the fact that Hermes happens to have bathing suits for all the ladies in their correct sizes. Will the
He's
secret
fucking
be
Hermes. Of course he
discovered?
does. He builds shit.
Will the secret be discovered before it's too late? Will Hestia finally come clean with Belle? It's all come out in the wash when our heroes learn the answer.
First off, the words underground and oasis should never be used in the same sentence unless it's in 50 Shades and somebody, yeah, you get that. Just saying.
So it was very suggestive art-wise, and
Well, hey,
I don't know.
it's not your traditional, but I mean, it's classic, but
borderline anime hentai.
Well, no, there's no sex in it. There's going to be sexualization.
No tentacle porn?
There's no tentacles.
Okay.
Like lots of sexualization, but no actual sex.
And it's an anime, though. That's it. It's just more adults than what you would show a cartoon for kids, but it's not hentai level.
But seriously, how are they confused that the god of the forge was just like, hey guys, I got your size right here? I mean, that's what he does. He makes things for a living.
I'm sure.
Sexy things, apparently.
Of course.
Can we talk about the fact that Captain Zach over here was the first person to talk about tentacles?
I mean,
Yeah.
Moving on.
Just because it's his
I still
wheelhouse.
need to make that costume. Thank you for reminding me.
Welcome.
All right, the top movie you're going to want to pick up this week. And before we get into it, I got a clip sent over from Warner Brothers themselves. Batman Ninja is out this week. Check out this
shit, I do
clip
want to see that.
from Warner Brothers. Check out this clip as Batman faces off Joker in a samurai sword fight. Here we go. Check it out.
Let's end this, Joker. Just you and me.
With pleasure! Oh, I'd hate to come all the way to ancient Japan and miss out on a samurai sword fight. Right, bots?
Then you won't be disappointed.
Dude, what'd you think of that? Batman Ninja? Batman
Face
Joker?
melting!
How excited are you guys? I'm sure you guys already saw it on digital already because it was out on digital first, but now it's out on Blu-ray DVD.
Actually,
you guys ready to cop that?
We have fallen behind on our digital watching.
We will fix this. I promise.
Well, we were
Jeremy,
starting.
yeah,
We
you
were
are my
busy.
DC guy.
Hey, fight me. We were busy.
We were watching Black Sails.
Okay. For those that aren't initiated, Batman Ninja takes a journey across the ages as Gorilla Grodd's time displacement machine transports many of Batman's worst enemies to feudal Japan, along with the Dark Knight and a few of his allies. The villains take over the forms of feudal lords that rule the divided land, with the Joker taking the lead among the warring factions.
Of
As
course.
his traditional high-tech weaponry is exhausted almost immediately, Batman must rely on his intellect and his allies, including Catwoman and his extended Bat family, to restore order to the land and return to present-day Gotham City. Batman Ninja, people. And thank you, Warner Brothers, for sending us that clip. I'm super excited. Batman Ninja.
I want to see it.
No, when I saw the trailer for this a while ago, I thought it looked interesting.
Yeah.
I've heard it's complete over-the-top action, which is exactly what I would expect. So, yeah, no, I'm definitely dying to check this out.
I'm getting it on DVD. I don't care.
So that's out on Blu-ray, DVD, digital copy. What is out in gaming? Giano.
What can we tear apart this week?
All right, so first on the docket is Conan Exiles Day 1 Edition for the Xbox One and PlayStation 4. Okay, it's Conan.
And isn't this already the MMO that exists already?
There was a Conan game.
I'm
Is
pretty
this
sure
a
Conan
better
Exiles. I'm
game?
pretty sure this is the
I'm
MMO.
a Conan fan. I want a good Conan game.
The problem is, I'm pretty sure this is an MMO. Mass multiplayer online.
So far, it does seem like it is an MMO, but I mean, it is Conan. You build your own character up from it, so you're not just like 1,000.
Do we get to push the
Conans
wheel?
running around.
No, but you do start completely naked.
Woo!
Like every good game should.
Floppy wieners and everything.
Is it Arnold
Yeah.
Conan or is it Jason Momoa Conan?
I don't know
I
which
think
world
it's
of
created. It's create your own Conan.
Okay.
You basically-
So I can be Conan?
You can.
Adam can be Conan?
Can be.
Shit, Giano can be Conan.
I am Conan.
I'll say use already. She could be.
Brandy can be Conan. Go ahead.
More of a red sun.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
If
But what if she
so
wants to
bad.
be a Conan too? Come on.
Hey,
Let's
as long as
be
I get to be
whoever they
badass, I don't care.
Hey, it's
All
better
right.
than the bald chick.
I hope it's a good Conan game. I've always wanted a good Conan game.
Like I've had a couple of friends who have been waiting for it to come out, and they've been playing it, so I can always find out from them if it's any.
Well,
good.
I can tell you that a while ago there was an older. I mean, it was God forever ago now, but there was a God of War clone game that was a Conan game. It was actually a lot of fun,
Okay.
but it's just a hack and slash kind of game.
Yeah.
Speaking of God of War, it's amazing.
Yes.
Boy.
So
What else?
next one is Shanty or Shantae.
Shantae.
Shantae. Half Genie Hero Ultimate Day 1 Edition for the Nintendo Switch. Okay, I'm ready. This please belly dance your way through each level of this game. Change Shantae's outfit to match every challenge and play as other characters and a crew for a unique perspective in the riveting storyline. Okay, so you're belly dancing. This is I Dream of Genie.
A
Xbox
belly
Edition.
dancing game for real?
Yep.
Switch.
All right.
Why not? We already had DDR.
And I guess that's the complicated storyline.
I guess, yes. You're belly dancing. Oh no, my hoops don't match with my skirt. Anyway.
What else we got, Giano?
I'm an asshole.
Oh, I believe we have just hit the offended alarm.
Maybe. Alright, so next we've got Mega Dimension Neptunia VIIR.
I think that's where I get my drugs from.
Maybe. It's a PlayStation 4 experience. Okay, so experience immersive VR.
It's another of their VR
in the
games.
larger than life world of Mega Dimension Neptunia. You know, this reminds me. Her and I were watching one of the Fate animes recently, and the family in there. They're called the. It's like the Egg of Millennia or something like that. I'm like, Millennia. Like, how do you come up with this shit for a name? Just make it simple. Gamers are sometimes stupid. If we can't pronounce it, we don't want to play it.
No, they get the boggle board, and they just shake the shit out of it, and slam it down, and go. That's the word.
Mixed with that word, and then get the Yahtzee out. Boom, done.
Yeah.
So anyway, not going to be playing that. And then Destiny 2 Expansion 2 Warmind. Some more Destiny crap. What's really to say about Destiny? We've all played it at some point in time. We know what we're going to do. We're going to go through it. We're going to shoot shit. I'm going to throw knives into people's heads, and we're going to call it a day. It's Destiny, damn it.
Hey, maybe this will be the one that can save it, but I doubt it.
No.
I used to be a huge Destiny mark, and unfortunately, this most recent one has let me down very, very painfully. I tried to play it, but I fell off.
Destiny has passed.
The problem is they took their broken game, they made it better, and then they said, "We'll fix it all with the second one," and they made it infinitely worse. So, I mean, of course, there's all the theories and humdrum, but yeah, it's a game that went through a lot of growing pains, and I was okay with the growing pains in the first one because it was trying something that's never been done before.
Yeah, it was new, it was unique. They were trying something different, and a buddy of mine and I used to play it constantly as well. I loved playing it when Destiny first came out, but then as time started to go forward, I'm like, God, I'd rather play Titanfall.
Well, Destiny 1 knew how to make the grind worth it.
Yeah.
And then Destiny 2, they decided to try to hold everybody's hand a little too much. Mm-hmm. And I understand why, because it kind of got to the style of game where it was reaching elitist levels at times.
Oh, yeah.
But that's any kind of game where you need to grind for 20 plus hours a week to try to get stuff, is you're going to have the people that have done it and the people that haven't done it.
Yeah.
And that's just where you're going to have your division in the game. Like, I mean, maybe they need to do separate servers or some shit. I don't know.
That's
but
gaming, baby. That's just how it goes.
Yeah, like,
you know this.
So more God of War this week.
More God of War this week.
More God of War this week, man. I've been going around killing Valkyries.
I'm currently still submerged in Terra. I've been loving that game.
Okay. Terra gets a promo this week. All right, if you're not playing, buying those movies, well, you're going to pick up Batman Ninja. I think we all agree upon that.
I will
pick
come
up
to your
Batman
house
Ninja.
and lick all of your forks if you don't.
If we're not watching Batman Ninja, we're playing God of War. But if we're not doing that, we're going to the theaters and we're not seeing Avengers: Infinity War. What else are we seeing?
Taking a moment.
And if we're not doing any of that, we're yelling at our boy.
All right, so in theaters, Life of the Party, PG-13. It's a comedy. After her husband abruptly asks for a divorce, a middle-aged mother returns to college in order to complete her degree. Director is Ben Falcone. Stars Melissa McCarthy, Gillian Jacobs, Debbie Ryan, and
Debbie Ryan's still making flicks?
yeah, Debbie Ryan's apparently still making flicks.
Well, all I know is I heard the Falcone family was involved, so it's probably just a...
Yeah, it's just mob action.
Yeah. Might as well. All right, next up, Breaking In, a thriller. A woman fights to protect her family during a home invasion. Let's see, stars Gabrielle Union.
Yep, Gabrielle Union.
From Black.
From Black, yep. Billy Burke.
Really? They're going to have her be the home defense artist?
Yep.
Her kids are locked inside the house. They fucked with the wrong woman.
So she got to break in.
She's got basically the trailer from what I've seen is they basically have kidnapped her kids and she's
because there's a safe in the house with a lot of money.
Yeah, and so basically she's got to go in and try and save her kids, but it's not like she's some badass cop or anything. She's a mom using her wits and her mama bear.
Mom power.
Mom power.
Like more mom power.
Cool.
No, okay.
It's more mom
so
power.
mama kicking ass. So it looks interesting.
It's kind of interesting if you're interested in seeing a woman being a mama bear and willing to bash a dude's head in to protect her children.
Yeah, and then the Life of the Party one with Melissa McCarthy. You know her from Bridesmaids and some other stuff. She's
Ghostbusters.
She's got some funny to her.
She's funny
It'll be interesting, but I don't know about her going back to college.
No, it's going to be
It's a comedy.
another one of those unfortunate bad comedies.
Yep.
Yeah.
But I mean,
It's a red box
the
rental for me.
Yeah. Well, sometimes
I'm
the
not
world
rushing
thrives
to
on
the
those
theater.
bad
Yeah.
comedies.
Yeah.
You just need something to laugh at.
So what else we got? This other one looked kind of interesting that I saw.
Revenge.
Yeah.
It's action
I didn't see any
thriller.
trailers to this.
So what?
Action thriller.
Yeah.
Okay.
Listen to the concept though.
Never take your mistress on an annual guy's getaway, especially one devoted to hunting. A violent lesson for 3 wealthy married men.
Why does this sound like saying?
Remember surviving the game back in the day, like in the 80s, was a bad. I'm an old guy. There was like
Are you thinking of reindeer games?
Maybe reindeer games, but basically, I like this concept.
It's essentially the concept of the world's most dangerous game,
Yeah.
which was a book.
What do you think about this?
The Pest is the
And
best
now
version
the
of that
woman
story.
is going to kill these guys.
You've seen The Pest with John Leguizamo?
I love
A long time ago.
Because that is that is the quintessential version of the world's most
Yeah.
dangerous game.
What do you think?
I mean, it sounds like the Widowers Club. Like, it just sounds like the most dangerous game, but now with a wife trying to kill her husband and friends.
Sounds fun.
I mean, I guess we'll find out how bad they suck at being hunting when they are the hunted. What happens when a guy's weekend on hunting becomes being hunted? Dun, dun,
I
dun.
love stories like this, though. I always think it's kind of a fun ride.
I mean, hey,
It's popcorn.
yeah, the problem is movies too goddamn expensive to go enjoy a goddamn popcorn movie nowadays.
So here's what I'm noticing from the 3 movies that are coming out this week. The general consensus is girl power. That's basically what it is. It's women overcoming something.
Yeah.
You know what the general consensus I saw was?
But
Everybody said, fuck it, Avengers came out last week, don't even try.
It kind of is
I
that.
felt bad for about every other film that came out last week and this week because Avengers is still rolling in the money. They're still going and going and going.
Then,
So with all that being said, we're not going to play those video games. We're not going to go see those movies or whatever. You want to just get out the house. I know event we're going to this weekend.
Bring your asses to Tidewater. He won't be there, but we will.
yeah, go see them.
So if you're not here at Painted Visions Comics saying hi to Adam, come down to Virginia Beach, Tidewater Comicon. Not Quite Accurate Cosplay is going to be in the house. I will be in the house. I'll be running the cosplay contest on Sunday. On Saturday, I will be doing my Totally Awesome Asians panel with Canvas Cosplay and Viva Valentina. And later in the afternoon, unfortunately, since I couldn't get all these guys here, we'll be doing my first ever time running this panel. I'm calling it Multimedia Mayhem. Basically, it's going to be New Release Wednesday. And the representatives for New Release Wednesday is going to be myself and Perry Bautista, who lives down there. He does a lot of the stuff whenever I do the show down there. It'll be me and him. But I know you're
we're gonna be there though.
I know, so maybe I should have you come be part of the challenge. It's going to be New Release Wednesday versus Brotastic Nerddom, which is another male podcast down there, pop culture podcast, versus Film Fad versus I forgot the name of the other.
If I'm not your goddamn phone a friend, I'm not on the show anymore.
So it'll be. We're gonna draw straws, but it's gonna be the podcast going against the 2 other podcasts going against to then a championship round. There's gonna be 3 rounds of mayhem.
You're gonna have to explain the premises of this to me later because I need to be prepared.
You want to participate in this?
This sounds like
Let's do this!
I might have you take my place with Perry because I might need to do some of it. But basically, it's a how to podcast panel.
I see.
We're gonna teach people how we do what we do every week. How we come up with content, but while we're doing that panel, we're going to create content by doing these 3 challenges with us narrowing it down to a final champion and who will be the Multimedia Mayhem champion.
Did they like how all of a sudden he says that you're going to do it and he still uses the term we?
He just got erectile dysfunction.
I'm doing this all at the fly. This is the first time doing this panel where we can prove who's the best podcast panel out there.
And you're going to do it by not being there.
I'm going to be there. We're going to be there. But
You
I
just said that you're
be
gonna have
behind the
him do it.
camera because I'm also recording.
Run the tape back!
We're recording it. So if he wants to tag out and do it with Perry, then I can tag out. But we have to have a
You have someone
team
who can
representative.
record as well.
Okay,
so.
so all right, we'll see what we get. Well,
We'll
then
see.
we'll draw straws amongst us to who will be
Don't-
the 2 team for New Release Wednesday.
Don't put me up there.
it's only
Don't
2
put me up
people?
But we're taking Brotastic Nerddom down. We're taking down Film Fad and the other podcasts who. You know what?
He don't even know your
name.
name! That's why he don't care!
Take
We're
y'all
going down!
In the immortal words of The Rock.
Yes. So it's going to be cool. It's going to be our first time doing this panel. And I hope to bring this panel to future shows where we can prove who's the ultimate pop culture podcast. All right? So it's going to be a fun ride. We're going to be there. And if you're not there, come to see Adam here at Painted Visions. Also on Saturday next week is the Funk Parade in DC. The Funky Costume Groups.
Funk's
Parade
not
Group.
going anywhere.
Not Funk from Painted Visions, But they're doing some kind of cosplayer thing in DC. I have some friends that do that. Some of them are with Cost Love. So shout out to them trying to bring that cosplay experience to the streets of DC with a funky element to it. So that's what's going down next weekend, y'all. Any other things we want to talk about next weekend? Or are we going ready to get the fuck out of here and get some food? Food! Food! All right, let's tell them where they can find us.
I swear I'm going to
Adam, kick it off.
3065 Galensky Boulevard, Woodbridge, Virginia. You can find me on the Facebook for the store, Planet Visions Comics. Woo. There's a Twitter and an Instagram, but it's all listed on the Facebook.
And it's on screen.
Oh my God, it's on the screen!
Oh. Not quite accurate cosplay.
Well, you can find us on Facebook, Instagram, and I am Wordbox with 2 X's, Vizard, and find us on Facebook, Instagram. I don't think we haven't, not quite accurate Twitter, but
it's on the screen, people.
Use
and if you're local to the area and you have any car trouble, find me at the AutoZone over in Lake Ridge so I can screw up your car. Yeah.
He'll actually fix it, don't worry.
This guy. I'm Patrick, PatrickStrange.com, at Temple Far East, at Strange since 1977. And the show is at the NRW and at New Release Wednesday. Make sure you like, share, subscribe. We also have a cool Deadpool contest for Ryan Reynolds. See, these people make themselves be all crazy over that thing. That was a hilarious video.
Don't forget to touch the D.
Those up. Touch the D.
Play with your D.
Play with the D. We're all about DP. And we're out here, y'all. Deuces!
Bye.
No!